evening, ladies and gentlemen. You forgot the ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, our chief guest, Madam Anne Waiguru, who is the Cabinet Secretary for Devolution and Planning. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion. But I know you will find that it is well worth your time to be spending this evening with us. This evening, it's not an evening for long speeches. We spent a day yesterday learning, and I don't know whether Paul Kinodia managed to join us. He had promised me that he was going to be here. I haven't seen him. Paul, are you in the house? Please give a big hand to Paul, because Paul was the first winner of the Top 100 survey. And when we stood here and told everybody that we want you to be coming out here clad in black tie, clad in evening dress, because our ambition for you was that you're going to grow to be global businesses who are going to be celebrated across the world, and that you'll be fitted in London, in New York, in Tokyo, around the world, and you'll be required to be clad in this kind of outfit. And that's really what we dreamt of when we were talking about Top 100. That every single one of you seated here will grow your businesses and you'll be celebrated the world over. Do you believe in that dream? I would like you to go out and claim it. For me, this evening gratifies me because I have 5 passions in my heart, and I realize them through this initiative. Number 1 in my heart is education and mentoring. And here we are, not only are we mentoring businesses to grow, but these businesses are also contributing through corporate social responsibility to educate other people and to bring up other members of society so that they too can one day sit down in a room like this. My second passion, and this is not secret to many people, is women. And I will not tell you the story of the cabinet secretary, but it's not an accident that our chief guest is a lady. Because women, I was brought up by women. I knew how to love from women. And I know that when women take on a challenge, they see that challenge through. They believe in legacy. And today, as we celebrate these businesses, we celebrate many, many women business leaders. And I applaud you wherever you are, and I encourage you to go out and mentor more and more women to rise up so that we can be led in this country by women. I would like to be led by a woman. Number 3 in my passion is business. Now, with all due respect to our cabinet secretary, government pretends to lead us, but actually we are all led by business, because it is business that creates the resources that enable governments to run. And governments exist to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, for people to transform their lives, and to one day become business leaders so that they can contribute more tax revenue, they can employ people, they can create wealth. So this is why Top 100 is so close to my heart. And I'm glad to see people graduating here into Club 101. And Linus and I will have to have that conversation to create that next club where we celebrate businesses that are between 1 billion and 10 billion and create another competition at that level and come and encourage all of you to get to that class. My 4th passion is the public sector, and that's how I met our chief guest today. As much as we celebrate business, the public sector impacts our lives every single hour. And therefore, the performance of the public sector is so critical to our very lives. The schools many people go to, the environment you live under, the roads, the hospitals, everything is created by the public sector. So we have a duty to ensure that we have the right people in that public sector and that we are holding the public sector to account. And finally, my last passion is in the area of civic engagement and competence. And I believe that if all of us can equip ourselves with understanding how the matters of the nation are run, then we will be able to really contribute to holding our government to account and realize the aspirations that we desire for ourselves and that we have set ourselves as a country under Vision 2030. And with your contribution, I have every confidence that we will realize that vision, and hopefully, certainly, well before 2030. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.